Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is going to be my very first review roundup. I don't know what that sound effect for, but it was supposed to make this seem more impressive than it actually is. Yeah, so what I'm doing is, I know lots of other YouTubers do this, so it's nothing new, nothing special. I'm going to take some of the products that I have been trying over the last 2 months and give you my kind of more final thoughts about them, because most of the videos I do are very much first impressions, so let's just like slap it on the face and see what happens. But after I review things on camera, I will then go and continue to try them like in everyday life, just to kind of see are they actually decent or are they not amazing. So I have everything here in this big basket there, so we got quite a lot of fun things. I will say I think the majority of these I have tried on camera, but there are a few things that I just never quite got around to, or is stuff that maybe it doesn't like. It's a new eyeliner, it's not that exciting. It's a new finish, you know, powder is maybe not that exciting. So it's stuff that just kind of is lurking in the background, really. Anyway, so if you want to see my final thoughts on a whole bunch of products that I've used over the last few months, please keep watching. So anyone who's new here, hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm just gonna say, like, the thing that was interesting to me is actually going back and seeing all the stuff that I tried, and like it feels like I haven't made that many videos yet in 2021 because it's taken me a while to kind of get back into it and work's been really busy. But when I look at not just how much I bought, okay, because I know that there's a problem there, but when I look at what I've actually used, it's a substantial amount of stuff. So I am actually using it, I am showing it on camera, I am giving it a go, which makes me quite pleased actually that it's not just sitting in a box somewhere being ignored. So from that perspective, very happy. And honestly, this is going to be almost an entirely positive review roundup because there wasn't anything, bar maybe one thing, that I didn't really super care for. So that's, I think, great. I think that's kind of like a nice winning streak. Okay, there's one thing that's like a meh, but yeah. Anyway, we're just going to dive into it. I have, mostly it's palettes, so I don't know whether we want to start with palettes or end with palettes. Let's end with palettes because, sorry, I know that's why you guys are all here. It's for the palettes, the fun. Let's just talk about some of the other smaller things that, like, the palettes are kind of like the hero products when you're talking about like YouTube reviews. Like, it's the stuff that I personally love to watch about, and it's the things that I think genuinely get the most views. But it's the other products that are actually the ones that day to day are getting the most use in your collections and are the things that are going to stand the test of time. So for example, let me just grab these. I think oh, by the way, I will list everything down below in the description box. A lot of these things I'm gonna have to link through either Beauty Bay or through Cult, because that's where I get a lot of my stuff, because I am based here in the UK, but there is some stuff that I will link directly to their websites or to other ones for it. Anyway, so the first thing, and yes, of course it has cat hair on it, is this collection of eye brushes by Nabla. I think this was their Amethyst collection. So you have a couple of different sizes. You have this one, which actually I can't really use this for an eyeshadow brush. I mean, this is massive. So I could use this for highlighter instead, for like a little, that was in my eye. What I really like, these three out of this collection are my favorites. So it's the N101, the N301, and the N201. And the reason I love these is because you got two really nice kind of flat brushes for doing like shimmers and things, and then you have this really nice little pencil brush for doing the inner corner. It's so cute. So these three I really like. These two are good, but I feel that I like a brush that's a little bit stiffer when I'm doing my eyeliner eyeshadow. So these ones are a little bit on the slightly soft side. So I do find them a little bit more difficult to use, because I think I'm quite used to using very firm brushes, like a ColourPop brush. Like this one, which is an E9, it's quite stiff. It doesn't have as much give to it, which I think is easier for me for some reason. It acts more like a pencil rather than like a paintbrush, which I see the weirdness of that, but yeah. Anyway, so I really enjoyed this little collection. So if you are interested in getting one of the Nabla brush sets, there's this one. There's also, like, I think it's the red one, which has a couple of face like some face and some eye. So there's like a couple of different, and there's like an aquamarine one, I think. Sorry. Anyway, so if you're interested, I would say that I think they're quite nice, and I like Nabla brushes overall. There's this really beautiful one that they do for the face, this blush brush, which I am in love with. All right, what's in there? Actually, speaking of Nabla, let's just stay with Nabla for a minute. I have been trying this mascara, the Vicious mascara, out for the last, since I picked it up, so it's been, what, about a month or so? And I do like it. I actually have it on right now. It lasts pretty good for a non-waterproof mascara. If you watch my other videos, you've seen me mention that I have really watery eyes, and so mascara and lower lash eyeliner can often be really difficult for me. So when it comes to mascara, brain fart, I almost always use waterproof. So I can't really fault it for weeping off my eyes, because that's just what mascaras do to me. This one I do enjoy. It has pretty good lasting power. The only thing I'll say is I always clean off the mascara wand as well before I use it, just because I don't want to get it everywhere. This is like sharp. I know that's like a weird thing to say, but it's actually like 5% uncomfortable to use, because it feels rough actually on, I don't know what it is. Ooh, look how nice they did the back of my hairs. It's just a little bit scratchy on the eyelashes. I don't know why. Maybe because it's supposed to be a ferocious lion jaguar thing. But the formula itself I think is very nice. It does give me pretty good like curling action because it has that twisty shape to it. So quality wise I like it. I just think the brush is a bit scratchy. Eyeliner, I haven't done a review of this brand yet, but I picked this one up from Perfect Diary. It's a very much like a standard like brush type, and I like it fine. It's not perfectly opaque, and it's not waterproof really, and it will fall off the eyes. It makes it sound like it's terrible, doesn't it? It's fine. It actually lasts just as long as like the KVD tattoo liner, to be totally honest with you, but it's less black. So it's pretty cheap. I think this was like 6 or 8 pounds or something like that. So cost wise, you get what you pay for, but it's definitely not my favorite. What else is in the bucket? Okay, unpopular opinion. This highlighter, I like it a lot. I know I was just watching, Teresa was doing a review roundup the other day. Teresa is dead. And she said she hates this, that she really hates this. But I love it. I don't know why. I just really do. And I think that's what's really fascinating about makeup, is you can have products that only, some people with almost what looks like the exact same skin and kind of very similar preferences, but actually we like different things. And I kind of find that really fascinating, because for me, this is a great product, especially for an inner corner highlight. It's like blasting into space inner corner highlight. I love it. So for me, this has been a good choice. But on the same hand, I see someone else who I respect their opinions of really hate it. So that's why I feel makeup is so individualistic. And I just find it really fascinating. I know that's kind of weird, but it's like the scientist in me is like, well, it's kind of neat. Anyway, so I enjoyed this. If you're nervous or uncomfortable about it, wait for it to go on sale. That's obviously your prerogative if you're interested in this, but I'm happy I bought it. The lip gloss, I'm wearing it right now. Do I love it? No. Is it fine? Yes. But I often feel that most lip glosses are fine. I have yet to find one that I'm like blown away with. I think the Lunar Beauty one is one of my favorite glosses. That and the Uzu ones. Any others? Oh, and the Natasha Denona Lipophorias. Those ones I really liked. Ooh, actually, that would be nice right now. It's the nice thing about having all the lipsticks and stuff right here, is just be like, you know what? That's what I feel like. Okay, sorry. Much more comfortable. This one isn't sticky at all. It's really nice and glidey. Okay, so those are the ABH things. I do enjoy these. Okay, we will do that one in a minute. So I bought this Nars Afterglow Lip Balm in the color Orgasm. And it is okay. It's already, I don't know if it's turned a funny color or if I used it with a lipstick and that's why it turned a funny color. It's really just a balm. I mean, there's like a tiny bit of tint to it, but nothing magical. It's okay. I think you can find better balms that are less expensive. Like the Juvia's Place ones are better, in my opinion. The, oh, what's the other ones I tried recently? Well, I will say, like, for a really similar price point, so this is like £24, I think, and this one's like £30. This is the Chantecaille one, and this is in Calendula. And just to give you oops, sorry, where are you? Like, they're both balms, but if you want one that definitely has like more of a pigment, more of a color to it, I think this one, the Chantecaille one, the Shiseido one is very similar as well, and that one's pretty good. So this one, I do feel like it was a bit of a waste of my money, to be honest. Okay, almost done with the other things in here. The NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. I do like this. I think it works fine, like as an under eye setting. This isn't new or anything, by the way. It's just me trying it out for the first time. I'm actually, and I don't think it's this powder because it's the same with the one I'm wearing today. I am really struggling with my under eyes right now. The bags are like bigger than they've ever been in my life, and every time I put any kind of concealer down, it like creases and looks really crepey, and if I put powder down, it looks so gross and so dry. So the whole situation is not great right now. I don't know why, but so I think this is good. I have enjoyed it. It does brighten the under eye, which is really nice. It has a nice soft quality to it, which I enjoy. I will continue to use it because I do like it. Is it my absolute favorite powder? No, but then again, I don't care for powders that much, to be honest with you. I'm really moving away from powder products almost completely at the moment and moving towards cream products, except for like beautiful highlighters like this, or like my ABH, not ABH, like my Natasha Denona, I need a glow, I need a nude glow, which is what was on my face before I put that one on. So I don't know, I like it, but I'm just not enjoying powders that much right now. So, and speaking of which, is the Fenty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I bought the color 150, which was this one here. And it's fine, but for me, it's not much better than like a setting powder. It's gonna give a really similar result. I mean, I need to keep on trying it, but I did try it a few times really off camera. Like I was gonna do a review of it, but then after I tried it the first time, I'm like, I don't know that I really want to try this more. I did use it a few other times on my face on filming days and then non-filming days, and it just didn't work well for me. And I think that's fine. It probably works really well for other people. I know I've seen other reviews that have enjoyed it, and so it's just a me thing, I think, but I didn't get along. I think if I use it as a setting powder over like a skin tint or something like that, I think it's going to be really nice. But as a foundation, it's just not enough. I both want almost no coverage, but it needs to look like it's done something, you know, and this just made my skin look like it just had powder on top of it. Not very much better. So, bummer, but it is what it is. Okay, onwards we go. So I never ended up trying this on camera, but I did get the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette and the I Need a Nude, the one for the Valentine's collection. It's the I Need a Nude 36 NP Amorosa. This color I really like. Compared to the other ones that I got from the I Need a Nude collection, this is one of my new favorites. I think that's so beautiful color-wise, really pretty. I like this formula, so there's nothing surprising here. Like it. This little color story here for the Mini Love is gorgeous. Really nice. It's perfect. It's an absolutely perfect little take me with you kind of palette. You can put into a travel bag or anything like that. I love the looks that I can get with this. Is it diverse? No. You are going to get something that is pinky purple every single time you use it, but if that's what you want, it's going to look great. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this, but I have been liking the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula a lot more recently, so I'm not at all surprised by that. So yeah, this is a good one. If you're interested in it, I think you wouldn't be disappointed. A huge cloud bank has just descended over my apartment complex, so if it's a little bit dark from now on, I apologize. Okay, way back in January, I tried the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. It is this one here, and I enjoyed using it on camera, but I'm going to admit, outside of one other time, I haven't reached for it. And I think it's because these type of like bright pastels aren't the colors that I tend to go for. They are in combination with darker colors. So if these were like the transition colors and then there was like a darker one to go with it, I think it would be something I would find it easier to use. The quality is great, so please don't worry about that if you were thinking about this palette. It's more that the colors just aren't right for me. That's it. I mean, otherwise it's a great palette, but it's not. I will use it, I will keep it in my collection, but it's not my favorite. Okay, speaking of not my favorites, okay, I did a first impression with this, and then I used it every single day for an entire week afterwards off camera. And I've come to two conclusions, that I both really like it and also really dislike it. It's a tale of two palettes, okay? It's a tale of two palettes. Let's get that out of there. Oh, hi. There we go. The mattes in this palette are really nice. Like, they genuinely are really nice. But it's two things. It's the shimmer formula is just not good. These ones here, Hold'em and Cowboy Rick, and then Bud and Rustler, are just okay. These two here, Bud and Rustler, are better, but these ones, Hold'em and Cowboy Rick, are just not great. They are not it. There are too many light colors when they could have really done more down here with the deeper colors, okay? However, the colors themselves, the matte pigmentation, the quality of the mattes is so good, which is why it's more disappointing than anything else, because you can do so well and yet do so bad. So I don't know how that's possible. So like I said, I'm really conflicted because I kind of actually like it, but then at the same time don't like it. So I think it's the kind of thing that I love the mattes. I'll definitely keep it for those, but I would have to pull in a shimmer from another palette to make it look at all look like how I want it to look. So if it's on sale for like half off, at least you don't have to feel that you've paid for the shimmer shades in there. So that could be a thing. Apparently Urban Decay is going to be coming out with singles now at, I think it was like $22 each. That is mind-blowing bananas. I'm sorry, I'm a spendy spend, but I'm not going to waste my money on so many single shadows from Urban Decay. Hello you. I forgot you. Go in. I was going to do a review of these, but in the end I felt it's just gotten a bit far from their release, and they've released new stuff since then, so I think I'm just going to continue to enjoy them in my own time, and that's the Musee Beauty, the Impressionism, and the Van Gogh palettes. If you haven't seen them before, I might come use them like in a video or something like that. I just won't do a dedicated video for them. So this is the Impressionism palette. Very pretty. And then this one, which is clearly my favorite, is the Van Gogh palette. I've very much enjoyed working with these. The matte formula from Musee Beauty is beautiful. Really, really nice. Highly recommend. The shimmer formula is fine. It's not bad. It's just not like the best ever. But I have really enjoyed using these, so I hesitate to kind of really strongly recommend things because it really is up to you guys to say whether you feel like it's something you're interested in. But I really enjoyed them more than I thought I would after I saw Annette's Makeup Corner. She loves them, like really loved Musee Beauty. I think they were her, like in her top 5 palettes of the year. This one, the Impressionism palette. And I think that's, from my perspective, it feels like a slight overhype, but they are really good, especially for the price, which is not bad at all. So yeah, I would say if you live in the States and you don't have to pay a whole bunch of custom charges, I do think that these are very, very well worth your time and money. Okay, we'll just quickly go over the Nomad Iceland palette. Again, I did try it quite a bit off camera afterwards, and I love it. I think this is the best palette that Nomad has done so far. I did get the Shanghai palette, but I will not be reviewing it on my channel because you can't get it anymore, so I will be just using it in my free time. But I did pick up the Berlin Underground palette, which I think I'm gonna like because it's really like my kind of color story, like grungy, earthy, I don't know, swamp sewer colors. It's like my thing. So I'm very excited for that, but I really enjoy this. I think this is a very, very strong palette, and I do think from like looking at Nomad's offerings up until now, I think this is the best one that they've put out. So I liked it. All right, last two. I think this is going to end up being on one of my favorites for the whole year, and that is the Game Beauty Adventure palette. They just announced they're doing a fantasy palette, and I'm so excited. Anyway, I will be getting that. So this is what it looks like, and it's just a simple little 10-pan palette. It's beautiful. It's absolutely perfect. If it just didn't have that pressed glitter in it, which I don't use because I just don't use them, I don't like them, this would have been a perfect palette otherwise. I really enjoyed this. I think the quality is great. I wore it again. I did a whole week of just wearing this one, and I would do a whole nother week or 2 weeks. I think if I get to travel at all this year, this is going to be one of the palettes that's going to go with me, along with a more neutral, chill palette. But I absolutely love this, so really recommend this if you are interested in trying Game Beauty. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Okay, last one, and I might come back again next month and talk about this because I've only gotten to use it twice off camera and once on camera, and that is the Angelica Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. It is coming back into stock May, I think they said. So you can still get it in that launch, or not that launch, in that restock. But I have really enjoyed this. On Thursday, I finally managed to use the green colors, and this gravity color is, it's, for me, the whole palette is worth it for that color, because that is something that I think is really hard to do beautifully, and they did such an amazing job. So far, I'm really enjoying this palette. I need to keep going with it a little bit more because it's like I love it because I also love Angelica, so how can it be nothing bad about it? But I don't feel like I have a fully informed opinion yet to give it a proper review that wouldn't be biased, because I did try one of these colors. I think it was one of the shimmers or something, and it was just like, it was okay. Do you know what I mean? It was like nice, but it was just okay. So I will come back and we will do more about this maybe next month. I'll try it a few more days and we'll kind of get some better impression of it. But color story wise, the matte so far, very happy with. Just some of the shimmers just didn't work great on my eyes personally. So yeah. Whew, I am tired of talking. And I'm sure you're tired of listening. Anyway, that is it for my very first review roundup. I will do another one come April, May-ish, end of April, early May. Kind of do them every 2 months. I think doing it every month would be a bit much for me because I don't know that I'm reviewing that much stuff, but I did do those 2 full faces of drugstore and high-end, and I think some of those things are gonna come up again, no doubt. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you could hit the like button down below, subscribe, continue to hang out with me. It's a nice time. It's a tolerable time here on YouTube. Anyway, I hope you have a really lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.